Hi, hello, I'm Liz and I'm from Astara Studio. In today's video, I'd like to share with you a few tips and techniques, tools that I use when I'm going through a rough time. So I have been going through a rough time the last couple of weeks, and really what's been helping me to flow through these challenges and is to work on my mindset, and these things have really helped me with that. And as a business owner, I feel it's so important for me to take care of myself because my business can't do well if I don't do well. And it goes beyond the traditional self-care that we're speaking about like a lot lately within trends. So it's not just about bubble baths. It's about doing sometimes hard work on yourself so that I can be the best version of myself for others, and for the business. This video is not just for small business owners and entrepreneurs. I think anyone can use these tools and techniques to be able to just flow through the challenges with greater ease. To-do lists. Now, the first tip is to-do lists, and I am a big fan of to-do lists. I find that it really helps me to structure my day-to-day. It helps me to be intentional about my day. And I know that it can be overwhelming for some because not being able to check off everything of the list can feel like you're not doing enough, and it can really just get overwhelming to try and get to everything that's on your to-do list. The key here is to be reasonable with yourself, to be realistic about what you're able to achieve within a day and not try to push yourself hard, but just to provide yourself with guidance of what to do. What's my specific approach to help me not get into that space of overwhelm with to-do lists, that the to-do lists are actually useful for me and for my lifestyle? I write down 3 main tasks. These are the tasks that I really have to get to. They're my main priorities that I list. And then I list a section called bonus tasks. These are the tasks that I don't put myself under pressure to do within that day. If I don't do it, it's okay. It's almost like when you did do it though, that you've got like a little bit of a bonus point because you did a little bit of an extra task. So remember, the to-do lists have to be really working for you and your lifestyle, not you working for your to-do list. Moving your body. So today you'll also see that I don't have makeup on, I'm in exercise gear, and that's because of my second tip, moving your body. Now, I know a lot of people have probably told you that exercise is really good for you. So I'm going to share specifically my approach and what works for me when I've been feeling overwhelmed. Personally, I tend to get stuck in my head quite a lot. I overthink, specifically when I'm stressed and overwhelmed. I find myself overthinking situations and trying to get out of the stress by thinking about it, and that obviously doesn't work. I also tend to sit for quite long hours in front of my desk. When I get focused and there's a deadline, I really can sit for very long hours in front of my desk, not getting up, not moving, not really looking after myself well. Moving my body is a way to immediately shift that energy. So I physically get out of the space that I'm in, and I'm also shifting the energy away from the mental stuff, and I'm working through it with my body. Now, although I really do like high intensity training, when I'm in a state of overwhelm and I'm really stressed, I find that putting my body under more stress with high intensity training isn't always that good for me. I almost feel completely overwhelmed by the end of the day, and I'm super tired physically and then mentally, and that combination just doesn't work well for me. So when I'm in a state where there's a lot of challenges potentially that I'm experiencing and I'm under stress, I like to do gentle movement. So movement that I really love doing, so that I have a reason to actually get up and move and not dread doing the movement. So the types of movement that I like to do specifically is walking. I like going walking. I feel that it's very freeing just to go for a walk, seeing things you've never seen before. It's almost meditative because you're just walking, putting one foot in front of the other, and you don't have to do much and think about it, and you don't have to overwork yourself in terms of exercise to do it, but it's still a really nice workout to get going and getting the blood flowing. I also like to do yoga. The classes that I love doing are firstly online, and they do follow a specific time frame, as in the classes are on a Monday or on a Wednesday. So that helps me to get away from my desk specifically and go and do something different, like body movement. I'll link the specific classes from the teacher that I do. I really love it. So I'll link it in the description box below. I also really enjoy dancing. It makes me feel good. So I love doing Zumba classes. I recently also found something called rebounding, where you're doing exercises on a trampoline. It's quite fun. I'll also link to the Zumba and the rebounding in the description box. Journaling. Journaling has become super helpful in getting my thoughts and feelings down and almost out of me, because I feel like I'm like putting it onto paper. Kylie from Mind Your Hero calls journaling brain dumping, and I just love that word, brain dumping. Specifically for someone like me who gets stuck in my head, the act of journaling is really just to get all of that out, to dump my brain and get it out all out of me. What's really nice about journaling is there's no recipe to it. Every person is different in how they journal. And for me, the process that I follow is just to write and write and write. It's not about writing beautifully, it's just writing and getting the stuff out of my brain. I find that it's a really nice way to either start my day or to end my day. So when I'm starting my day, I'm clearing my head and starting my day fresh. When I'm ending my day and I'm journaling, I'm ending my day clearing out my head so that I can sleep better. In the beginning, when I started journaling, it did feel somewhat weird. It's not a normal practice in day-to-day kind of conventional life. But really forcing myself into a routine where I started doing it, I could feel the difference between days where I don't do it and days that I do. Doing something that you love every single day. Now, my thinking with this specific one is that if you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling down, and you want to feel light, you want to feel relaxed, you want to feel at ease, if you're constantly feeling heavy, how are you going to shift to a space of feeling light? Now, if you're constantly doing something that is making you feel more heavy, you're just going to be feeling more heavy. So you have to do the opposite. You have to do something that's light, something that's fun, something you love, so that you can align to the energy and the feeling you want to be feeling and experiencing. So if you want to experience feeling lighthearted, you probably need to do something you love so that you can lift yourself out of that energy from the heaviness or the difficulty that you might be experiencing. So I do something I love every single day, and I make it a priority. I put it on my to-do list. Prioritizing something that you love can be challenging. But again, days where I don't do this, where I don't do something I love, I can feel the difference. Practicing gratitude. This one is also simple to understand. It's very similar to the idea of doing something that you love. Our brains work in a way that it's easier for us to focus on the negative things than it is to focus on the positive things. When we're going through a rough time, it's even more so. It's easier to focus on what isn't working for us, what we don't have, and that kind of creates a cycle where we're just feeling worse over and over. So we're feeling bad, we're thinking thoughts that make us feel bad, we're feeling bad. Practicing gratitude, there's been multiple studies on how it can change our brain chemistry, how it can make us happier people. So it's making us focus on what we do have, what works for us, rather than on the opposite of that. And I recommend that you do practicing journal first thing in the morning, or to do it alongside your to-do list or your journaling, because it really helps you to become intentional about your day, to go into your day with what you appreciate. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope that you can use these tools and techniques that I use to help you flow through your challenges with ease. If you like this content and want to see more content for small business owners and entrepreneurs, you are welcome to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate every like, comment, and subscribe because it helps me to grow this channel and get it out to more people that need this type of content. I hope you have a great day. Bye.